noting that the prolonged strike has left thousands of patients without access to essential healthcare services. Now, as part of their push for accountability, the doctors have begun collecting signatures from residents in a petition aimed at asking President William Ruto to dissolve the Kiambu County government for failing to address the healthcare crisis.
And you can see we have a lot of coffins. These coffins just demonstrate or dramatize the many children that were thrown away in bags. They were not given any befitting send-off after they were killed by the county government of Kiambu. These are children who would have been very better leaders than the governor we have here today. We know that you can do PR and public gimmicks with everything else, but you cannot do gimmicks with healthcare. The doctors have been out of work, pushed by the county government for now 138 days. Yet the county goes to media disputing numbers of deaths, disputing that the hospital is working, disputing and saying things are okay. Yet mothers have gone home without their children. Yet the hospitals are here without drugs. The hospitals are here and people cannot get care. We are saying that this issue of governance must stop. We must deal with rogue governance in a rogue way. There's no way we can say things are okay when we cannot get the services. We cannot say things are okay when doctors are out. And therefore today we are happy that the public have taken upon themselves to see that there is change in this county. That the doctors have come out in big numbers to say no to impunity. That the media community and everybody else is saying that if you are elected, you are not elected for yourself. You are elected to serve.
People power. Let it be known that those structures, those systems ran for a whole year plus. Na pia julikane kwamba kati ya mambo ambayo tulikuwa tunazungumzia ni kwamba madaktari wetu wana bima ya afya insurance. SHA ilikuwa ifanye kazi. Hapa kuna madaktari ambao wana ugonjwa wa kansa. Wanapohudumia wagonjwa, wao pia wanaenda kupata nini? Chemotherapy. Alafu hapa wamepeana chemotherapy. Na wakienda kule kwingine kupata chemotherapy, hawapati. Je, huo ni ungwana? Nataka niulize swali lingine. Nini mnaamini vile mnaangalia Kiambu hii? Vile mnaangalia hizi suti wa Matangi anavaa? Vile mnaangalia hizi suti Patrick Nyaga anavaa? Mnaamini kwamba Kiambu haina pesa?
Right now, let's talk matters corridors of justice. Kibra Member of Parliament, that is Peter Orero's driver, that is George Oduor, was on Monday fined 100,000 Kenya shillings after pleading guilty to charges of dangerous overtaking and obstructing other road uses. Oduor appeared before the Milimani Traffic Court after a viral video showed him blocking motorists along a Nairobi road. According to the prosecution, the incident occurred on October 9th along the Oloitoktok Road in Nairobi, where Oduor dangerously overtook a line of vehicles, causing obstruction and endangering other drivers. When the charges were read, Oduor admitted to the offences and pleaded for leniency, explaining that he was rushing to drop someone at the airport at the time. In her ruling, the presiding magistrate that is noted Oduor's remorse, but emphasized that the law provides for a fine for up to 100,000 Kenya shillings for such traffic offences.
I've also considered the section of the law under which the accused person has been charged with. The same provides for a sentence, a fine of Kenya shillings 100,000. Therefore, I will award that as being the maximum fine under that particular section. You will pay a fine of 100,000 in default to serve 12 months imprisonment. You have 14 days right of appeal if dissatisfied with the order of this court.
Alright, still matters corridors of justice. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, that is the EACC, has successfully recovered a prime government parcel of land valued at 35 million Kenya shillings in Bungoma County. Now, the half-acre property located next to the Bungoma State Lodge in Milimani had been illegally acquired by a private developer who demolished an existing government house and replaced it with a multi-million shillings luxury mansionette. And according to the EACC officials, the land, which had been reserved for government use, was fraudulently transferred to the developer through irregular means. The commission confirmed that the recovered property will be reverted to government ownership to ensure proper use for public benefit.
This court finds that the plaintiff's reliance on subsequent letters and acceptance of payments cannot cure the illegality created by the cancellation of the sale. The cancellation circular of 28th of July 2008 remained the operative instrument, and unless and until it was expressly withdrawn or replaced by another circular of the same or higher authority, the purported sale and validation process remained legally ineffective. Order of eviction is hereby issued directing the plaintiff, e-servants, agents, or assigned to vacate Bungoma Township 169. G. The cost of the plaintiff's suit and the counterclaim are awarded to the defendant. It is so ordered.
All right, moving on, all bodies of the people who were reported missing following last Friday's boat accident at Chuda area in Mombasa have been recovered. And according to county officials, the final 2 bodies were retrieved early Monday morning and transported to the Mombasa County morgue, where they await post-mortem examinations. Now, the Joint Disaster Response Team from the county government confirmed that the search and recovery operations has now been completed. The multi-agency team, which included drivers and local volunteers, has been working tirelessly since the tragic incident occurred. Mombasa Governor Abdulswamad Sharif Nassir has directed all individuals and organizations involved in tourism and entertainment activities along the county's beaches must obtain official authorization before conducting such events.
Kutakuwa na uchunguzi rasmi kujua ni kipi ambacho kwamba kilisababisha, ni kipi ambacho kwamba kilikuwa kifanyike, hakikufanyika, ni kipi ambacho, yote haya ili pasiwe na tasfahamu ya kwa huyu amesema hivi na huyu amesema hivi, na hiyo itaweza kufanywa na Kenya Coast Guard ambao kwamba kazi yao ni kuweza kuensure ya kwa wana enforce, yani wanahakikisha kwa sheria ambazo kwamba zimeweza kutungwa na Kenya Maritime Authority zinaweza kufanya.
Right now, let's talk matters politics. And a section of Embu residents has strongly criticized former Deputy President, that is Rigathi Gachagua, over what they described as disparaging and disrespectful remarks directed at Governor Cecily Mbarile and Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru. The backlash follows comments Gachagua made during a political rally in Embu County on Saturday. During a press briefing on Monday, the residents demanded an immediate public apology, saying the former deputy president's tone was unbecoming of a national leader. Now, speaking on behalf of the group, Milka Wawira expressed deep disappointment, accusing Gachagua of using divisive language that undermines unity and respect among elected leaders.
Tulikasirika na tuna machungu wakati Rigathi Gachagua na United Opposition Brigade walipotembea hii Embu, walitukana watu leaders wetu. Tuko pamoja? Yes. Wakarudi wakaongea kinyume na kazi tunayofanyiwa na serikali. Tunaona kazi ya serikali. Kusema ukweli, hatujawahi enjoy vile tunaenjoy. Yes. Tuache tuenjoy kazi ya serikali. President of Embu County, we are gathered here today because we are very bitter. It has been painful for us, for somebody to come all the way to Embu to do things which we cannot understand. And therefore, as you can see, we are here to pass a statement concerning what happened. At Makutano Market, he made remarks accusing Governor Cecily Motito Mbarire Waiguru of being traitors of Mount Kenya. Kina mama waheshimiwe tafadhali. Yes. At Keretire, he said wewe engineer kichwa yako ni mzuri. Unwarranted statement.
Unasema watu wa Mount Kenya wanapiganishwa namna gani na wewe ndio unawapiganisha. Kitu ya pili Kiambu anataka kukuuliza, wewe unajifanya vile wewe unajua maneno. Hapa hakuna hata project moja tuliona ulitangaza Saturday. Kazi yako ni kuja kupiganisha watu hapa Embu na kule kwingine. Wewe Kiambu tunakwambia hivi, hapa katika mlima tuko na our deputy president anaitwa Kithure Kidiki, mwenye tumechaguliwa na tumeona hata anatuita kwake. Wewe ulikuwa kwa serikali miaka 2, ulituita hata siku moja utuelezee vile serikali inafanya kazi. Wewe Kiambu tunaona ni kama kichwa yako imeruka. Na sasa juu tumekuchukulia hatua, siku nyingine ujaribu kuja hapa Embu town, utatukuta na tutakunyoroza asubuhi na mapema. Hapa Embu tunasema ni tuta.
Mimi yangu ningeomba tu kumadvise Gachagua na kumuuliza maswali kidogo tu. Alikuwa hapa juzi na maneno mengi sana, but ningependa kumuuliza mahali alikuwa amesimama pale Jatomi katika Manyata akihutubia wananchi. Pako na soko inajengwa hapo, soko ya milioni 900. Hizo ni project za William Samoei Ruto.
All right, moving on, the Ministry of Defense has officially launched the 2025 nationwide military recruitment exercise, marking the start of a 2-week drive across all 47 counties. Now, the exercise seeks to strengthen the Kenya Defense Forces, that is the KDF, by enlisting disciplined and patriotic youth to fill vacancies created through the natural attrition to support the expansion of specialized military units. Now, while launching the exercise, Defense Cabinet Secretary, that is Soipan Tuya, emphasized that the recruitment process will be conducted in a fair, transparent, and inclusive manner. Tuya reiterated the government's commitment to upholding integrity and equal opportunity in the recruitment process, urging all participants to adhere to the guidelines and report any instances of malpractice.
The recruitment exercise is meant to help the KDF replenish its ranks. This recruitment is therefore not just about adding numbers to the ranks. We are working very closely with other government agencies, namely the National Police Service, the DCI, the ESCC, as well as the NIS, to ensure a fair, transparent, and credible process. Kenyans are urged to reject and report any attempts of bribery or any form of undue influence.
So for those who think they have already been recruited before today, they are misplaced, and we are not party to it. Whoever will be recruited after 25th, we will not be held accountable. So therefore, our time frames are very strict, and we do this exercise in the fairest manner and in open.
All right, it is exactly 16 minutes past the top of the hour. We're due for a short breather here on EBN Prime Edition, but we'll be back in just a bit. Of the registration process and the
register watu kuanzia viongozi wetu MCA hadi gavana. Tunaomba watoke nje wasaidie wananchi, tena walete kitu ambacho inaitwa civic education every ward, kwa sababu tuko na vijana ambao tangu wazaliwe hawajapiga kura, ajui muhimu ya kura. Unasikia wakienda kwa barabara wanaitwa eti wao ni jensi. Sasa tunaomba kwa saa hii watu wa IBC wako mbali na wananchi, wakuje kwa polling centers, wakuje karibu na wananchi, wa connect na bunge la wananchi, tuwasaidie kupeleka watu kuregister, kukata hii kura, mambo ya kura hii.
Miki tunaweza omba IBC kwanza wafanye kitu inaitwa civic education ili mwananchi ya kawaida ajue maana ya kupiga kura na maana ya kuchukua kura. Kama wangefanya hiyo ingekuwa mzuri zaidi kuliko hii venye nasikia tu wamejitokelezea eti kura inachukuliwa na ujui hata hii maana ya kura ni nini. hiyo wangefanya ingekuwa mzuri zaidi. Ingeomba viongozi wetu wale walichaguliwa na wale wajachaguliwa waende kwa hizi maofisi ya IBC. Pale kuna maofisa wanafanya hapo, wasimamie transport ama na lunch, au watu watoke kwa ofisi waende huko kijijini huko wasijisajili watu.
Tunaomba watu wa IBC, kujeni mfundishe watu jinsi ya kukata kura. Wajue eti kukata kura ni nini. Kujeni kwa ground. Viongozi wetu kuanzia governor, kuanzia MCA, tokeni mlete wa IBC, watu wa IBC kwa ground wakate kura.
All right, now let's get sporty. And Harambee Stars assistant coach Vasily Manokakis has acknowledged the tough challenge that ties ahead of as Kenya's prepares to face African champions, that is Ivory Coast, in their final 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier on Tuesday night at the Stade Olympique Alassane Ouattara in Abidjan. And Ivory Coast, who topped the group by just a single point ahead of Gabon, must win the clash to secure the atomic qualification for the World Cup. However, the assistant coach emphasized that for Kenya, the fixture is not about aiding teams, but rather about building a new culture of consistent winning and competitiveness within the squad. Speaking ahead of the encounter, the assistant coach said the team is determined to end the qualifiers on a high note by challenging one of the continent's strongest sides.
Anytime the national team takes the pitch, the intention is to win. We have to go out, we have to create that winning culture, and of course now it's 2 wins back-to-back on the road, two clean sheets. So the mindset, the mentality is definitely to go out and do our best to try and win. Of course we know the quality within the Ivory Coast squad, and if memory serves me correct, I don't think in the group they've lost the game throughout this campaign. So we know that the task is tough, but we believe in ourselves. Nobody really gave us a chance away to Burundi, and even there when we showed we needed to dig deep, despite playing against 10 men with a crowd behind them. We've also been in that situation before in Chan, and we've won with 10 men. So we knew the difficulty of the task, and we managed to get the 3 points, and that was important. So the mindset and the mentality is to approach the game in the same manner, and to play off the front foot and try to go for the win. I think any team that knows if you try to sit back and defend 97, 98 minutes against Ivory Coast is going to be a very difficult task and a very long match, and so we don't intend to do that.
Mood iko sawa kwa team na players wame prepare well, na kitu tunaongojea ni game ya Tuesday we get good results. My federation imekuwa support teams kwa sababu nimekuwa nikifollow as a vice president, na President Hussein is doing a good job kwa sababu ana make sure teams ingie camp on time, ana make sure both ladies and men teams ziko accommodated well, kila mtu iko comfortable. Then government pia imekuja na support mzuri through President William Samoei Ruto, na hata infrastructure imekuwa fit, tuko na good pitches za kutrain. So I think with that hizo pitches tumejengewa, inafanya hata players wanakuwa na morale ya kucheza, football can flow, so it's easy to identify new talent. We want to be qualifying hizi ma tournaments, and as you know hii World Cup tuliingia tukiwa halfway, na sasa hii kitu tunataka ni to get the ranking, tupate pia rankings tuweze kupanda juu, ndio ikuwe pia easier for players making a move from Kenya direct to places like UK.
Doni jezi ya national team ni big pleasure. Ni pleasure kubwa kwa sababu ni jezi na carry weight sana. Kwa tuna represent millions of Kenyans. Kwa hivyo kwangu ni pleasure each time na wear jezi, na kila time ninapeana my best. Na hope ni while doing that pia na inspire other upcoming people. Jumi pia niko lucky sana kucheza na watu walikuwa wanani inspire pia nikiwa mdogo. waweza kuwa na hiyo favor ya kufunga sana. I think ni kitu naweza nataka kukari the next games.
Now, moving on, the Football Kenya Federation has pledged to ensure timely payment of referees across the country, a move expected to enhance professionalism and accountability within the sport. And according to FKF Referees Committee Chairperson Caleb Amwai, the decision aims to address long-standing concerns over delayed payments that have in the past affected match scheduling and officiating standards. Amwai, who also serves as the Western Region football coordinator, announced that the federation has rolled out a nationwide training workshop targeting referees aged 25 years and below. The program, which began in Bungoma County, seeks to nurture young officiating talent and replace retired referees to maintain a steady pipeline of qualified match officials.
Tumepata kama KPL ilikuwa na referees 145. Kila weekendi teams ni 18, ni mechi 9 peke yake. Mechi 9 unahitaji times 4. Unahitaji kama center referees unahitaji referees 18 na assistant referees 18. Msimu huu tushapanga structures, referees wanachezesha na wanalipwa regularly. Kwa saa hii wanalipwa baada ya mwezi moja. Wakimaliza mwezi moja wanalipwa. But kuendelea mbele tunataka tupunguze kama wakilipwa baada ya wiki 2 ama kila wiki wanalipwa. So tunajua kama referees watalipwa hakutakuwa na nafasi ya match fixing. Kwa sababu match fixing ililetwa na mambo ya kukosa pesa. Sasa kuna ile kitu inaitwa mobilization. Na mobilization itafanywa tu na wale viongozi wenye wako kwa federation. Himizo ni kwamba washikane mkono, wafanye kazi kwa pamoja, wakuwe na malengo yao, wajue wanahitaji nini, kama ni referees wanahitaji wangapi, kwa sababu naona teams ziko teams nyingi na referees ni wachache. So ni lazima wa set target zao ndio wa recruit referees wa kutosha. Kuna wale referees ambao miaka zilikuwa zimepita kuanzia 45 kuenda juu, wao tumewatoa, na kuna wengine sasa tumepromote kuanzia hapo chini, wamechukua hizo nafasi. So tunakuja hivyo mpaka tufike kwa grassroots hapo chini. So kuna kazi, wale viongozi wa mashinani wako na kazi, lazima wakuwe na training za referees ili tupate wakati tunapandisha wengine, na wengine vile tunapata wale vijana barubaru wakuja chukue nafasi zao na chini ya miaka 25. So hizo ndio vitu tunataka, hizo ndio vitu na encourage federation zote, counties zote wafanye hivyo. Juu tukipandisha kule juu, wengine wanaenda wakiretire, kuna wale tumepeleka kwa FIFA. Kwa hivyo inabidi turudi hapo chini tena, tutapata wengine tuanze kuwajenga. Kenya tumekuwa na changamoto kidogo kwa referees wa kike, ni wachache sana. Haswa hii Bungoma ni wachache sana. So himizo langu kama ni wazazi wapenda mpira, hata wachezaji wengine wajiunge na kazi ya refereeing, kwa sababu refereeing inalipa. Refereeing kwa wasichana ni kama bora umequalify, unakuwa kwa ile inaitwa overtaking lane, unaenda ukienda, kwa vile ni wachache kuanzia chini.
All right, moving on, Pips Kenya in collaboration with Mseto successfully concluded the 2-day Mseto Games in Mombasa County, an event that brought together young athletes from across the country to compete in various sporting disciplines. The competitions, hosted by MSB School and Bandari Maritime Academy, featured an exciting lineup of sports including soccer, skating, basketball, taekwondo, chess, and swimming. The event provided a platform for upcoming athletes to showcase their skills in a competitive yet friendly environment. One of the major highlights was the swimming contest, which attracted over 200 swimmers from 23 schools. Among the standout performances was 13-year-old Kamau Nathan from Dashing Dolphins, who bagged gold in the 100-meter breaststroke with an impressive time of 1 minute, 29 seconds and 83 milliseconds.
Hi, my name is Nema from Oshel Academy. The gala was not really easy, but I was able to get positions like number 1 and number 2. My times were a bit better than last galas that I've gone to. And what I expect in the future is to have better times and to get other better positions, the strokes that I do, like even the one that I'm about to do.
We're here for nationals. We had several events. Today we are finishing with Sulu, which had several teams. Over 23 teams participating in this with the final day. And after here, we are heading to Arusha for soccer, basketball, and swimming. That is beyond 19th to 21st December this year. It's a very beautiful event with a lot of swimmers participating, a lot of skills. As I've said, we have over 20 skills participating. And everyone is happy. The turnout is good. The swimmers are enjoying. The coaches are also very happy for being with us here. And we appreciate all the stakeholders for coming together for this particular event. We are very, very happy. We had them in the madam. They continue requesting, they continue supporting KIPSA.
I'm happy to be associated with the Pizza National. Today is a lovely day. As we come towards the end of this particular event, this has been a big event compared to the previous years. Today, we had quite a good number of sports that were taking place. We had soccer that had several age groups. We also had taekwondo. We had basketball. We had chess. We also had skating and quite a good number of other sports that were also taking place in other areas like swimming. So being 2025, this is an annual event that takes place only once in a year. So we are happy that finally the event is coming to an end.
Right, it is exactly that 2 minutes past the top of the hour. You're now up to speed with those making headlines from across 47 counties and of course in the world of sports. Many thanks of course keeping us company until this particular minute. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Laura Mondi. My name is Martin Macharia. Many thanks for of course watching EBN Prime Edition, and of course as always do have yourself a lovely night, and let's do this again when God says we do.